Yeah.
Absolutely. I like that. Like just keeping it uncomfortable. It's always gonna be a little uncomfortable, but it kind of helps you out in the long run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about retiring. We talked about caregiving. Something I wanted to talk about because I see it quite a bit is widowing, losing family and friends, sometimes in succession. What do you recommend as far as like a grieving process for people as they're going through this gauntlet of family and friends and like their mortality is starting to show itself a little bit more? What are some keys to help people as they approach those years where it's happening a little more frequently than you would like?
I think just letting yourself go through it. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. Everybody does it individually. And allowing yourself to have that support, talk, communicate, find the resources, find support groups, find people that are in similar situations, not being afraid to talk about the feelings, not being afraid of the feelings, right? And those feelings of loss can increase also feelings of loneliness. So you're now adding to the things that we're feeling that we view as negative feelings, and allowing ourselves to feel them. I think we're very much afraid of negative feelings, but negative feelings are a part of life. They coexist with positive ones, and we need to be able to experience them both and be okay with experiencing them both. So allow yourself to go through the process.
That I'm going to piggyback off of that, where we always tell people don't isolate yourself. Like, don't stay in your house all day. You need to get out. But I'm actually okay when you are freshly into the grieving process. Please do that. Like, if that's what your brain is telling you need, you need it. Because if you don't do it, you're just prolonging the inevitable, and you're going to have a breakdown later on, and it's going to be even uglier than it is now. So you got to listen to your body when it says it needs this time alone.
Absolutely. I will share one of my bad words is the shoulds.
The shoulds.
Yeah. I'm like, you just said a bad word. Should, like that. I shouldn't be feeling this. I should be okay already. I shouldn't be at this point. Like, you are where you're at, and I agree with Elena. Like, there is time where it's appropriate to be alone and allow ourselves to be alone, allow ourselves to be in that grief and to cry and to be alone, but to add in and to still connect, to know that balance, and feel comfortable with that, because complete isolation isn't okay and complete avoidance isn't okay.
Got to find the happy medium where you can touch both bases, basically.
If you are grieving and you are in a caretaking role of somebody who is maybe on hospice, hospice is such a great resource. They don't just leave you when the person dies. You have access to a grief therapist for a year or more. So like, they're with you way past somebody's death, and they check in on you. So if you're not checking in with friends, at least there's somebody checking in to check on you. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I know from our experience, we've talked to a couple different hospice providers, and we are always floored by the work that they do. They really care about their jobs. They really go all out, and it's really good to not only comfort the person who is passing away, but their family, because, they're the ones that are getting hit the hardest by this, and it's not going to be something that's, brushed over in a day.
Right.
So we talked a little bit about opening up and having those conversations and allowing yourself to feel those feelings. But we also earlier talked about how, painting with the big brush here, baby boomers might